guys, it is Campbell here and welcome back to another YouTube video. Well, another dirt bike video. It is part 3, I'm pretty sure, on the dirt bike series, and today I'm going to be talking about how I reshimmed my valves the other week. So subscribe and like, and let's get straight into it. So guys, if you didn't know, I've painted a lot of things black. I've got the chain guard, we got both pegs that I need to repaint, my gear shifter, my brake. We got the kind of bash plate here, we got these oil plugs on both sides that are painted black, and the brake disc guards over there, and also my exhaust cover painted silver. But guys, before I go into talking about reshimming my valves, I'm going to repaint a few parts on my bike just so they can dry by the end of the video. Let's get into it. That should do it. Alright guys, everything on my bike is pretty in good nick. As you can see, I haven't rode it much, but this needs a repaint, and I'm just going to give a fresh coat over both pegs. So let's take this chain guard off. I think we need one of these. Oh, it's too big. There we go, perfect size. Just come right off, there we go guys. Now we're going to set her here and take the bolts, put them to the side, and give it a fresh coat of paint. Alright guys, we're on to both of the dirt bike pegs while we let this chain guard dry. Let's get into it. I'm just freeballing this, so let's hope I don't get it on my frame. Alright guys, I just did both of the pegs and the chain guard, so hopefully by the end of the video they're both dry and ready to put on. So let's speak about how I reshimmed my valves the other day. Alright guys, so little story time. Slowly after riding it each day. Alright guys, so little story time. I don't know what to say. Alright guys, a little story time. After riding it for a few weeks, it started getting worse and worse, like idling differently and stuff like that. So I checked it out, cleaned the carby, and it still wouldn't work, and then it started to not turn on. So we found out, get some new jets, stuff like that. Still didn't start. We came to plan B, which was reshimming the valve. And if that didn't work, we would have had to do the rings and pistons, which thank God I didn't have to do. Alright guys, a week after cleaning the carby, I took apart the bike, like the plastics, stuff like that, and then opened the top of my engine. I'll put up some photos here of the parts, and then we had to take the timing chain off, the cam, and grab some new valves and reshim them and stuff like that. Here's some photos of the engine all opened up, so it was looking pretty crazy in like the first 2 months of having this bike. It was easier than I expected. After doing all the valves guys, I put all the plastics back on the seat and the tank, the carby back in, did the throttle cables, and it was working perfectly. So we tried and kicked it. The first kick, it had a bit of a rev, so I was pretty happy. Second kick, it started up and was going awesome. And down here guys, as you can see, we've got the idle screw right there, which is where you turn it in or out so it goes higher revs or lower revs. So we'll fit in with that for about 10 minutes to make sure it's perfect, and we still have to do a little bit more because it's still a little bit too high, but that's perfectly fine. That's not a hard fix. Just a minor incident. Whenever I try and start it, sometimes it pops a little bit, but that's kind of usual, so I might need to get a smaller pilot screw, but that's not so urgent than anything else right now. Before I talk more guys, let's go put another coat on my chain guard and my pegs. And guys, I've got a special video planned for this dirt bike, which is going to make the whole thing look completely different, and it's going to be crazy, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, talking about my engine guys, the next day I went to start it up. It started a few kicks after, which was perfect. Fitted with the idle screw a bit. I'm still doing it now a bit, and I started it up again today, so I'll put some videos on the screen. So that, guys, is with the choke on. So it's a little bit of a high rev, so I need to turn it down a bit. And then that's without the choke, which is sounding pretty good. And probably part 4 for the bike, guys, and I'm going to take it for the ride for a first time on this channel, so stay tuned for that as well. And as you see, guys, the last dirt bike video, I had Acebus handguards, and the first ride that I went on the day after, which I was talking about, they snapped both of them, sadly. I might invest on some bark busters or something like that and see if they... Alright guys, I think my chain guard is finally dry after, I think, 3 or 4 coats, so let's put it back on. Alright guys, everything is all dry, as you can see. Both pegs and the chain guard, and it's looking pretty clean now. But guys, that's the end of my short little talking video about how I reshim my valves for the first time the other day. And if I ever do them again, I'll probably film it. But I hope you guys enjoyed part 3 on the dirt bike build, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.